Hello everyone. I've been hearing a lot about the NDP's costed platform, so I wanted to quickly go through it with everyone. And through this lens, I wanted to have a look at it through this lens. Andrea's got sanctuary province on her as one of her promises. And recently, as early as a couple of days ago, link in the description, in April. Okay, so in April, the numbers were 64.5 million. So I don't even have updated numbers at this point. This was the top of Google. There was 3 or 4 articles, and I thought this was the most legitimate. So I took this one. So $64.5 million in April, and there's no mention of sanctuary province costs in her budget. So that's kind of odd considering some of the other line items I'm going to highlight. So we'll go through this. I want to make sure we're all on the same page. This is in millions of dollars. So this is actually this line item, the interest on the debt is actually 12.5 billion. When you add 6 zeros, that makes that $12.5 billion. Okay, when you add 6 zeros to this, because that's what we're dealing with, you get $145.9 billion. So that's the scale of the numbers we're looking at. As well, this is 35 million, 50 million, 300 million. Okay, just so we're all on the same page. All right. So, like I said, I didn't see sanctuary province on here when I had a look through, but I'll link in the description. So please have your own look through to see if I'm wrong. If it says sanctuary province on one of these things here, then that's great. So they've got Friendship Center programming for $10 million, but nothing set aside for sanctuary provinces. All right. You know, it's kind of shocking the things they've got. They've got the anti-racism fund, 5 million, but nothing set aside for sanctuary provinces. Okay, so our total yearly expenses for the programming is $152.7 billion, okay? And our income is, revenue, according to the NDP, is 153.66. And how it all breaks down is, see how the chevron is around that indicate deficit. So this year we're going to be running a deficit of 4.7 billion. Next year, 5.4 billion. Year 3, 6.4 billion. So keep that in mind when I show you the next thing. We're going up to revenue. Your personal tax increases on high income earners. Okay, so if you're a high income earner right now, and currently I don't know what Andrea means by high income earner, maybe I'll make a video about that tomorrow or the next day. But your taxes are going up every single year, and for the first 2 years, you're not even making a dent in anything. It's just being spent. We're spending it on all sorts of things. In addition to your taxes being added, or being raised, you get a luxury car tax added. So it's quite concerning to have a look at this costed platform, that it makes sure to mention revenue integrity and all sorts of anti-racism funds, cold cases. A crisis is not a crime, but they're not going to talk about one of their policies that's listed on their platform. Link will be in the description if you're interested. So it's kind of disappointing, I think, is the best word. If you're going to have a policy that's so potentially disruptive, having maybe a line item in here to address it might be a good idea. Have a look for yourself, go through. Maybe I missed it. Maybe it is in here. But I don't see anything talking about earmarking anything for helping Toronto out or helping the other municipalities or cities out. June 7th. Get out and vote. We can't afford this. Get out and vote.